little update on my journey to my BA, my breast augmentation. So it is now about 10 days until surgery date, and I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. I've been researching some YouTube videos to also get some ideas on how to present this to you, and I've been seeing a lot of frightening things, like just remembering the feelings as I have already done this before. The feelings of like regret and like thinking like, what have I done? Maybe I've gone too big, and all these emotions that you go through, because obviously at the beginning they're very swollen. And I just kind of remembering thinking that, oh my gosh, I've like turned myself into like a freak. Like I've got these huge boobs on my chest and like everybody's staring at me. But just at the beginning, they're also very swollen. So it's also very scary when you wake up from surgery and you are a bit disorientated. And I remember kind of being in like this, like, I didn't think it was medical shock, but you feel completely cold and shivering, and like you just have this big heaviness on your chest. But to be honest, I also really enjoyed the experience. Like it was like quite fun, and it was nice to be like, you know, cared for and waking up in a room full of nurses. And I know the experience is going to be amazing this time round, and I'm really looking forward to this like super beautiful clinic and hospital and really experienced doctor, Dr Plovier. So he's going to take care of me, and he was recommended to me by a really good friend. So yeah, I'm starting to get nervous and a little bit feeling disorganized. I just need to go through a few of the forms and just double check that I'm doing all the right things, like I'm stopping like any medications. The only thing I'm taking is like some supplements and things like that. So yeah, and then just making sure I follow the instructions properly. Like I need to be fasted 8 hours before the surgery, which is no problem because the surgery is in the morning and I'm going to sleep the night before, so no issues with hunger there. So yeah, but today is a special day because it's going to be my last chest day before I'm not able to train for like probably about 1 month. I did speak to my coach, and he said that a lot of his girls have been through the same procedure and they are training legs like 3 weeks after surgery date. So that's the plan. And I am going to sort of create like a little program for myself using my fit bands and just some things I can do at home. Obviously not going to overdo it, but just trying to keep my muscles like alive. 3 weeks is not that long, and I won't lose a whole lot of muscle in 3 weeks, but I'm just very into training. So for me, it's going to be difficult to not do anything. One thing that I will do is go walking. So I'm going to be in Brussels for like maybe 2 days, and I'm sure I'll be up and about on the second day, just like walking around the Airbnb, and I'll be going to catch a train to the UK. And we chose a train instead of a plane just because I'm a bit nervous to fly like so quickly after surgery. Like 2 days later might be just a bit scary in case something happens. I am a ex-flight attendant, so I take these safety things quite seriously. But I think it is actually safe to fly 48 hours after surgery, but I would just rather not risk it just in case. And yeah, so we'll be catching a train, which will also be a new experience for me because I've never really catch trains. And Josh will be carrying all my luggage. Yeah, it's going to be quite funny. And then when I get to the UK, to Josh's parents' house, they live in a beautiful cottage. And so I'm going to be walking around. I plan to walk the dogs every day and just get some steps around there. Of course, it's going to be cold as well, so it'll be nice, cooler weather. So perfect for walking, hopefully not too much rain. But yeah, so today is my last chest day, and I'm going to give it all I've got. I've been training really hard for like these last 4 months, and I don't ever factor the thing that I have implants during my chest days. Like I usually just train as hard as I can. I don't think personally, and I am a personal trainer, that there's any issue with training with breast implants. I know there's a lot of different information out there, but I've been training chest with under muscle implants for a very long time, and I've had no issues. I am still sort of deciding if I want to go under or over the muscle, but I'm pretty much like 90% I'm going to go under the muscle again. But I'm also just going to check with the doctor what he recommends. I spoke to my coach, and he also thinks that under the muscle would be better. I think look wise, under the muscle it's kind of covered by your muscle, right? So it has a more natural kind of look to it, whereas if you put them over the muscle, all you can pretty much see is the implant itself. And I have no issue with with breasts looking fake, because that's kind of like the look that I like anyway. I also just want them to be protected under my muscle. And gosh, what was the other reason? I feel like I used to like doing a lot of running. So like when your boobs are not sort of secure under your muscle, I feel like they just like bounce around everywhere. So I just feel like I feel like they're nice and tight. They look good, they stay firm. This is another thing that I also read, is that when you have them under the muscle, they seem to hold the position for a lot longer, whereas if you have them over, they are, the skin is the only thing that's holding them up, you know. But if you have them under, like all of your muscle and everything is keeping them intact. So I've never really had any issue with like droopiness or anything like that. But now that it's been 10 years, like they'll be sitting a bit higher obviously, and then they do go down, but it takes a good year or two for them to kind of like settle down. Yeah, but the main reason, obviously, if you haven't been following me before, is because I want to fix my areola, which is my nipple, I think it's the right word, because it didn't heal properly in the first surgery that I had. So yeah, that's my update for today. So looking forward to a good chest day, feeling really strong. So as you can see, I have very strong chest muscle, and the only thing about too, like when you're posing on stage, which is going to be like one day in my life, like, you know, maybe every couple of years, when you do tend to flex your arm, your pecs tend to separate. And that's one concern I had about going under the muscle, because you end up getting a bit of a warped look in the chest. But honestly, I don't think it's that much of an issue, and I don't think it's really like that much looked at in the sport of bodybuilding anyway. And I know a lot of bodybuilding women that have their boobs under their muscle, and I know also some that have them over, so it's just preference really, but I think I just feel a lot safer having them underneath. But yeah, wish me luck. My last like couple of upper body sessions before I go for surgery, and it will actually be nice to have a bit of a rest. I've been training really hard, so I will take it as kind of like a deload period where I just give my body some time to kind of just relax a little bit, because yeah, I've just been going ham lately. So I'm not looking forward to not being able to train, because I just love it so much, but I am looking forward to just having a bit of a break from like, you know, giving it 150% every day. So yeah. But that's my update, and if you'd like to follow me for more, and follow me, and I'm also on Instagram, Chelsea McCall IFBB Pro, and I have lots of tips and tricks. just making my lunch, and just a couple more days in this apartment, and then we are traveling out. So I will still be here, I'll still be updating clients, checking up on people, making new goals. So yeah, bear with me, and I hope to chat to you soon.